us in Harare, so that we are able to provide the guidance and the support that you might need. However, we've got regional structures that cover all the 10 provinces in Zimbabwe. So we've got the Bulawayo region, it covers the Matabeleland region, I think Matabeleland North and South, and Bulawayo. We have Mashingo region covering the Mashingo, we have the Manyikaland region covering Manyikaland, we have the Midlands covering Midlands, and the Mashonaland covering all the Mashonaland, including Harare. But for this specifically, it's important you get in touch with us at head office, and we will support you. Another question? 1, 2, yes.
Thank you for this opportunity. My question is, during your presentation and everything you said, you seem to be talking about the kids who are already in schools. What of those kids who are living on the streets, or kids who are not in schools, or children who do not have anyone to cater for them? How are they included in your program? Also, for the kids who are living with disability, how does your program cater for them?
The child-friendly local governance is a framework for all children. And when I say child rights, as enshrined in the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child and the African Charter, it encompasses every child. Children in difficult circumstances, children with disabilities, children on and off the streets, children in sexual exploitation, children who are being abused. So we focus on every child, regardless of the status of that child. We move with the principle of non-discrimination, which is one of the basic principles of the 2 child rights instruments. We don't discriminate, we target each and every child. And in the framework, we want the local authorities to be able to target each and every child. I remember some time speaking to children on the streets, begging on the streets, working on the streets in Harare, proposing, I think, to Harare Junior Council to say, why don't you propose a campaign called Children of the Streets campaign? And you see people supporting that initiative. Unfortunately, maybe they are still thinking about that. But it's a noble initiative that if we hear that the local authorities working on a campaign, Children of the Streets, will rally there to provide our support, technical or financial support if possible.
Okay, so my question would depend on your answer to the first question. That is ZNCWC in NGO?
Yes.
Okay, so I'd want to know if you have a say on the local government. Do you have to interfere with what the government does? Like at the beginning of your presentation, you say that Priscilla said she looks at the provision of strategic and practical services, but then you came in and said you look at the provision of quality services. That is, for instance, let's take quality education. Like for government schools, it's something that is still lacking. Quality education, like we have parents just sending their children to school for the sake of sending those children, but they don't really invest. So I'm saying, can you as an organization go and maybe sit at the table and discuss with the local government on how they can improve the standards of learning in government schools?
Thank you for that. We don't challenge government, we complement the government efforts, and we engage government. We do advocacy. Advocacy is to ensure there is change in favor of what we believe is right for the what? For the children. So we don't impose on what government should do, we engage. We sit on the table, we discuss with government and propose changes and provide evidence. I'll give you a good example. Maybe you guys, you call it children in prostitution, but as we say children in sexual exploitation, we had issues of children involved in sexual exploitation. We engaged the government, tabled the issue, provided the evidence, and the government took action. That's what we do. So in terms of quality education, if we feel education is not of quality, a good example, we engaged the Parliament Portfolio Committee on Education early in January, discussing issues of quality education. To say education is not of quality nature because teacher-pupil ratio is very high, pupil-book ratio is very high, and proposed to government to say there is need for improved number of teachers, there is need for improving books in the education sector. So we engage, and we continue to engage.
Thank you. So I really hope that you continue engaging.
We want to work with you children in engaging, and sometimes we want you children to be in front and speak out about issues affecting you. And when we create those platforms, we engage with NJCA to bring you on board to speak out about issues. But you need to speak out about issues that you have probably analyzed in your communities, you have adequate knowledge about them, so that when you're asked about by policymakers, by parliamentarians, you don't stammer. So as advocates, you need to pick up key issues for advocacy at national level. And I think we can support such platforms and processes. Yes.
In the child-friendly local government initiative, one of the things that you say is basically looking at is the aspect of participation in review, monitoring, consultation, and implementation, is it? So I want to know whom generally are the concerned people on the aspect of the review, monitoring, implementation, and consultation in regards to participation in our junior council